All right, welcome everybody to Bourbon Banter Evans, Justin, and what are we doing today?
L21 laser code versus L22 laser code. We're going to go across this three that we were talking about. This is part 2 of the video we just filmed. So we're going to do the exact same thing. The only difference is this time we are blinded on this and we have no idea what's in our glass and what order. We just know which 3 bourbons are in there. Keenan, what's your thoughts as far as doing a blind of BT1 across the most famous Eagle Rare Buffalo Trace Taylor line?
I think first of all, doing blind live is kind of an interesting thing all to itself. I mean,
Intimidating a little bit.
it's a little intimidating.
Yes, because normally if you knew what it was, it might oh well, this one But now we don't know what it is in our glass.
I think knowing we're going into 22, I think I've got my own favorite in my head. Don't know if it's going to win. It'd be interesting to see.
Hopefully we can pick it out, right?
Hopefully we can pick it out.
Let's see if you guys can pick that out. I'm not going to say that I'm going to try to pick anything out because I said I retired from that and stopped doing that years ago. So I'm going to go with
no good at it.
This time.
Sorry.
That's such
Uncut, unfiltered.
Yeah,
I had to throw the jab. Had to throw the jab.
Thank you guys for watching. Cheers to you guys, even though we're not drinking yet. So
cheers.
Like and subscribe, everybody.
Yeah,
please.
thank you. And so, as Keenan's about to jump into his non-Keenan pour,
I just nosed. There was a nice nose.
So what we're gonna do is what I'm gonna do. Not saying that I'm gonna go with the best in front of me.
Yeah.
At this moment, and not decipher which one is which based off of profile and so on and so forth. Like I said, I stopped doing that years ago. I want to concentrate on what's in my glass and what I actually like about that at this moment, because each palate changes throughout the day depending on what you eat or drink, and so I want to concentrate on this one. And then we have Brett and Chris in the background that know exactly what they poured for us. Thank you guys again.
Appreciate that.
They are the ones that blinded us on this. Double blind would be if we had no idea what it was. Obviously, we know it's these 3. We just don't know which ones. And we have our control, too, at the end of it if we want to take a small pour with the control versus all 3 that we just had. I think it would be a good time.
I think so. And what they have done is they know exactly what order these are in.
We will not move them.
We will not move the order. And at the end of the time, we'll ask them, and we'll see what we choose.
Again, follow up to the laser code. So these are all L22s that have all been verified and checked, and we got the little tags on there to make it easier so we don't have to look at those laser codes. So this is the most recent release of L22 that we've gotten. So that's 2022. Yep. Now here's the fun part that they know that we don't know. So there's 2 laser codes that we've found so far that we talked about in the other video that are different and Taylor. There's a big L and a little L. We don't know which one they pour for us. We left this up here as an example of 2022 because we know it's one of them. Yep. But we don't know which one is where at all.
Nope.
Agreed?
I did pay them to pour L21 for me, but I don't know what they poured for y'all.
And this is the last time Keenan...
Keenan, enjoy your last video.
Hashtag Keenan pour.
No, but...
Why is that bottle so empty over there?
So what
I'm keep taunting us with an 18 that we're not going to talk about.
So what I am going to do...
As they're drinking it in the
as they're
background,
drinking it, here we are.
I may be sipping on George
Thank
T.
you, Brett,
Stagg.
again for hosting us over here and drinking George T. Stagg in the background.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it like I always do, right to left. That's how I'm going to do mine.
So I'm going to do this. I always go left to right, just like I'm doing a barrel pick. So
okay.
I'm going to go on this like a barrel pick. I'll go left to right. He's going right to left.
I'm going to go right to left.
You're going to right to left. So I'll go left to right, just like reading in a barrel pick.
So me and Charles will be on pace, and then we'll kind of listen to you.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's going to be, I say we pick the best stuff right now. And then
that's ultimately what it comes down to. Yeah.
And so, again, we decided to all do the blind on 22, just because we've done it before on 21, and we all agreed in the other video that 21 has the edge.
Well, in 20, there's one 21 out of all the ones we did in the first video that's going to just blow everything away.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's kind of unfair.
Right. So, I say at this point, cheers to you guys again. Thank you for joining in and watching. Cheers.
Cheers, Sean.
And this is mine is the far left.
Yep, mine's far right.
Far right.
All right. There'll probably be a little bit less noise and less talking in this one because we're going to be nosing and then checking. So think of it like this. As you're going through this process with us, I recommend you get 3 different bourbons, or if you get a chance to do 3 of these. So 1 Eagle Rare, 1 Buffalo Trace, 1 Taylor.
You
do the side-by-side with us while you're watching the video.
Or if you're not drinking one of these, comment about what you're drinking.
Oh, yeah. Say what you're drinking. But at the same time, do it in the same line and the same process, like 1, 2, 3. Do a 3-sip process of each one, and you'll get to see the difference between the BT1 line and how it changes versus labels. So you have Eagle Rare, Buffalo, and Taylor. And so they put it in this order, so we left it that way. I have no idea what that means, but I would have put it this way, which is completely fine because buffalo traces all over the place with aging, so
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense.
Just kind of like what we were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
in the first video.
So-
And if you haven't seen it, go to the first video. Availability, easier, a little bit harder, the hardest.
Right.
Yep.
And so as we do barrel picks, we do it nice and quiet, nice and silent. We're writing notes and so on and so forth. So this is not going to be notes or anything like that. This is going to be based off of what we're tasting
straight
right now,
taste.
side by side by side. So you guys, I recommend, if you get a chance, to do the same thing with these brands, and then have your significant other, have your friend, have your buddies set you up in a blind with these 3 brands and try them side by side by side, and you'll get to see the difference between the BT1 from the label change, because it's all the same barrels at different aging and different proofs, and that's what makes it really cool.
And I think that's great. What you just said. Get some friends together, see what they have. If you have these, get a group together. Do it as a group. See what it's like. I mean, it's fun. And what's going to be interesting is at the end of the day, if you're only picking one, not everybody. I would bet you not everybody is going to pick the same exact one.
And I'm going left to right, they're going right to left, so we're going to be a little bit different on that. So when we do barrel picks, it's generally based off of the way they put it in front of us. So I'm treating this like I'm doing a barrel pick. The only difference is I don't know which barrel I'm picking. You don't know which barrel you're picking. I don't know anything. This is just what is the best in front of us at this moment. And then it'll be revealed as long as Chris's phone doesn't delete itself.
And just like
Don't need notepads.
no, that's all right. But honestly, if you look,
Technically, we probably could use notepad. I'm not going to though.
but honestly, out of all
Charles, you
these,
said George T. Stagg was in the second one of mine.
yeah,
All 3 of yours.
yeah.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
But no, honestly, you can't go wrong with any
You
of
can't
these.
go wrong with yours here.
Well,
You're
I don't know
sad.
why hashtag Keenan Porter has George T. Stagg in it. Somebody slipped a $20 bill.
I mean, a little cash goes a long way.
Yeah, but it's amazing how when we were talking about the 21s and 22s, how different they were.
Oh man! So just off of this one, a lot of times I go 1 2 1 2 1 2 if I'm doing a barrel pick, which we've talked about this on video before.
Right.
So 2 sip 2 sip 2 sip, then I'll come back
Yeah.
and I'll revisit. I'll write
2
my
sips
notes.
are good
So I'm
approach,
doing
yeah.
1 1 and 1 on this, and then I'm gonna come back and do a 2 2 2 in this scenario, and immediately I notice a difference from proof from
Yeah.
my left to middle, which is gonna be you guys haven't got the left yet.
And I noticed a difference between the right to the middle in proof.
And the hybrid
Immediately,
blend
yeah.
that we've talked about in our last one with the different glasses. This is the hybrid blend that's
Yeah.
put in there for us. So the nose is slightly different.
It is, but it's
But
still a great.
Still very, very
Yeah.
similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So there's a distinct. It
Okay.
is amazing how different these 3 glasses are, and I have a feeling they're going to come back and say that every single one's the same.
Well, I think the
As
proof-
they smile
I think
and
there's
laugh in
some
the
proof-
background and look at us like we're silly.
There is some proof definition.
Yeah,
there
is,
is.
yeah,
There
yeah,
is.
yeah.
So they're not the same. I can tell you. that.
Right. Yeah. This is gonna be a fun one.
Well, I've done.
We've already said that L22, I think, is got a little bit
It's
more
got more
spice
spice.
than 21.
So I've done 3 of the right,
Okay.
and I've only done 1 and 1. So now I'm going back. So I'm going to go back and do 1 and 1 again from the center.
Keenan, should we add? Charles, should we add? We are not doing this water in between. Uncut, unfiltered. There's a dog in the back. Yeah, normally I'd be doing water in between, but this is going to be a straight, just memory palette
I'm
right
just-
now.
I'm just gonna do it
Yeah,
straight.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it.
Let's just go straight through.
It's going to be. I mean, it's getting.
Okay, with me right now. Take your left one, the far left. Nose it. Do you get a brighter fruit in that? It's more apparent. It's
Yeah,
got a little
there's-
bit more
there's some
ethanol.
great
A
fruit,
little bit
yeah.
more ethanol.
More
brighter
ethanol.
fruit.
Yes.
Kind of stands out a little bit.
Kind of reading a lower proof.
I'm not necessarily there on that.
I feel like compared to one of them.
The middle smells a little bit more flat. Well, no, I was going to do 2 on the left side. My fault, as we're nosing.
I don't know. It's
This is a tough side by
It is
side.
a very tough side by
Very
side.
tough, yeah.
But you know what? That's what makes it fun and
It
interesting.
is, because each one's different, but each
Yes.
one's so similar when you
Yes.
do this and break it down this
Yeah.
way.
I
you know?
feel like I get more proof on the far right, comparatively.
So I went 1 1 1. Now I'm doing 2 2 2.
I feel like
I'm
the
gonna
far
make-
right,
To me, the far right is more.
the higher proof.
Yes.
I think the middle
You think the middle is high proof?
is higher proof.
Okay.
Then again, I don't know what your middle is, and I don't know what tailor I have. I don't know what tailor you have.
The
or
middle
tailor
is
you have,
definitely for me not the higher proof.
so. Okay,
I mean, just palette wise.
sure. But, I mean, that's what makes this again super fun. So by all means,
Now I want some water.
yeah.
You know.
Like,
I know,
subscribe.
yeah.
Like Charles says, he's the best at it. Like, subscribe, but do this side by side, and you'll be mind blown at how
It's
different
tough.
the
This is
same
tough.
mash bill can be across slightly different ages.
And it's also very, you need to cleanse that palate.
You really do.
And right
It's
now,
getting bleed over. and
it's
stuff,
gonna,
yeah.
you're getting the bleed over, and they are so similar.
So, Keenan, I'm gonna put you on the spotlight real quick while we're doing this.
What is it?
What is the youngest bourbon on the table?
That's the youngest bourbon on the table over there.
Don't even talk about it over there. They're off in the background. And he's laughing. He's having a good time.
See, they're having a good time with it, but that's a 4-year bourbon over there.
I
that-
know, which is fine. I don't want to talk about it.
yeah, it's just, I've never had it.
So,
but
Keenan,
it's-
what's the youngest bourbon on this table?
Well,
you don't know the control
Well,
list.
we know
so
that we don't know the control. We know Eagle Roast approximately 10
there is definitely a 10. It has an age statement of 10. So
10 years.
yeah,
So
10
we'll go,
are
we'll go
older.
10.
yeah it's the minimum is 10.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I'm gonna say Taylor would be the youngest.
More than likely it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Buffalo Trace has a tendency between 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Taylor's are around 6 in the small
Which
batch
is
area.
incredible based on what you get on the.
That batch, I'm telling you, is so.
It's
But
incredible.
what's crazy is then you look at it, Taylor has a more depth and everything better than the 10 usually.
Yeah.
So age doesn't necessarily mean a better bourbon.
Age does not dictate quality.
No.
It dictates a number.
Exactly.
And these guys are professionals that put these batches together. They got master tasters and everything else that come up with what this is going to be. The only difference is we're a little bit nerdy,
Yeah.
and we have decided to figure out what the laser codes might dictate or mean to us to tell you guys to look for when it comes to actually breaking the things down. And hey, look for this on the code if you're at the bar. Look for this at your liquor store to see what it says so you know what year you're drinking. And now I just happen to notice and pass along for the last couple of years that there's a smaller code for some years. With Taylor, we're not saying that on Eagle Rare or anything. We do have a couple of Eagle Rares that I have in the past that are no codes. And I'm having the hardest time figuring out what those are. Second sip on the third one, far right. I have a feeling that I know what this one is, but I'm not going to say anything. Very palatable.
I want to change my
But we're
statement
not-
of before because I thought the far right was high proof, but I think far left is giving me more.
Yeah, we're not picking.
Nope, you're just
What
picking
it
the
is,
one that you like
what
the best.
we like
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now, and that's the way. Sometimes, so I've done this, and Charles can verify this.
Yeah.
For years, I had people come up and say, "Hey, pick this out." You know, random pours. I could pick it out. I was really good at it, but then I started being this. I didn't care what was in the glass. I cared what the glass was.
But
And I stopped losing, or I started losing whether I liked it or not. It's just whether I could figure out what it was.
Yeah.
And that is not what I wanted to do with bourbon. So now it is whether I like it or not, yes or no, not what is it. So
but
that's
we
why
would
I wanna
also
rate
say
this.
whether we like it or not is very subjective, right?
Well, very,
So it's,
very much so.
It's what your palate, what your mouth likes the most, and what you're pouring, right?
Sure, for sure.
What I like about it is this.
If you put Starlight in my crap.
What's going to be interesting is I can tell you right now, I don't think all three of us, we will not pick the same one.
I don't know. It could be.
I really do not think that we will pick the same one. I really don't. Because, I mean, everybody's palate is
the
different.
peanut gallery
Everybody's palate
in the
is
background
different. Well, I mean,
is really starting to really make me wonder.
yeah, but you know what? It's great. It's what
It is.
It's
This
fun.
is what
It's
makes
fun.
this is
Yeah.
what makes Bourbon Banter Evans
Yes.
fun. Is the background.
And guess what? If you want to be a part of it, like, subscribe, let us know, and
They
you might
must-
be able
and
you might be able to screw with us on the background in the background just like these guys
Exactly.
are.
You can join in, have the pours. They're having the pours in the background and making stuff up, and pouring more George T. Stagg, which is really throwing me off.
It really makes me want to be part of the
Chris,
peanut gallery.
I am not happy about the fact that I'm watching you pour.
It makes me want to turn the camera real quick and show you what's going on, and
But
put
no.
them on hold.
But no, Brett, Chris, thank you guys. Really
Thank you.
appreciate
Actually,
you
you know
doing
what?
this
Hold
with
on.
us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
Let me see this real quick. This
Oh
is
my
not
God.
a joke.
Yeah,
This is happening in the
This is
background.
That's what
very
they're doing in the
much-
background.
I mean, it's-
That right there, that's wet. They just poured that. So they're messing with us.
And here we are drinking Buffalo Trace.
Here you go.
One of them's at least Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nothing
Maybe,
wrong
we
with
think.
Buffalo Trace.
There's nothing
No.
wrong with it.
Buffalo Trace, George T. Sag.
Clearly,
Alright.
there's
Let's narrow it down. Let's narrow it down.
Alright.
So let's pretend we've all done barrel picks before.
Yes.
These are different barrels. Let's
Alright.
narrow it down.
I need one more sip of each. They're all good though. That's the bad thing. They're all good.
This is actually really tough.
I mean, I think I know which ones are which. To be honest with you.
I'm just going with what is
I've
the
got a
best in
pretty
my
firm.
glass.
I got a firm idea.
What
of
is the
which
best
one.
in your glass?
All right, I'm done.
I think I'm gonna be shocked. I think I'm gonna be shocked, especially when they release what it is that we picked. Personally,
What do you think? What do you think? Tell them. Tell them.
all right, Keenan, I'm gonna put you in the. I'm gonna put you on the spotlight
All right,
first.
put me on the spot.
I'm gonna put you on the spotlight first.
Down.
You got left, middle, right.
Yeah.
Best of the evening for the L22, aka 2022 release. So far, laser codes of the BT2 line between Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, and Taylor. What was your best one?
Now hold on. You want me to tell you what I think each one is?
No,
No,
just
no.
what? Just the
What is
one.
your favorite?
The one that you. The one that's your favorite.
We're all blind. We don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
what's your favorite one?
I think I know which one each of them is.
No,
I'm not
no,
gonna
no.
say it, I'm
What
not
is your
gonna say it,
favorite?
but my favorite,
Right now, this moment, our palate, based off what we've eaten and tried today. So,
far right.
far right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll go next. We'll
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Mine, the center.
Center. Really?
I will push mine with Charles.
So, I don't know what I have. They don't know what they have.
No.
I'm going far left.
Like I
did-
said,
I like far left a lot.
they
too.
these are all good, but like I said, I did not think we would all align
That's
at
incredible.
all. And so
Like,
we're
we are
all
all
completely
different.
different.
Different, yeah. That's what tells you different palates align.
Yep.
So if you're doing a barrel pick, if you're doing the same exact thing over 4 or 5 different barrels, sometimes 3, depending on the distillery,
Yep.
you've got to collaborate and narrow it down. And so that's what makes it complicated. Am I right?
I agree.
Am I right?
100%.
It's
Absolutely.
So
but
the-
what's
it's
fun?
super fun though
Yes.
is trying to figure out and break it down to which barrel. So this is these aren't barrels.
No, these are just straight off the shelf.
BT1s. And so now
Now you
Chris,
got 3 totally different ones.
would you mind telling what Keenan
Well,
picked?
what Keenan?
Do you want to play the game to pick what you think it is?
No,
I don't think so. No.
No, I think we'll just go with
Okay.
what we picked.
All right. Keenan picked the right. That is Taylor.
All right. So what did I picked center.
Okay. Charles picked center. That is Buffalo Trace.
Interesting.
I thought that might be Buffalo Trace.
And you picked Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare. I knew it.
Really
Yeah.
good
And
for
see,
it.
I
knew what it was.
I thought mine. I honestly, I
I
thought
did like-
mine
I did
was
like the
spicy.
one.
I thought mine was a Taylor. To be honest
Really?
with you. Yeah.
And so I had figured out, and to me, in the 22 line, based off of what I had, I don't know which Taylor you guys got me, but in this line, I had figured them out.
That's the Taylor, right? That's the Taylor report. Yeah, that's the Taylor report.
So this is going to be.
So that is the actual one. So
That
that's
is
the
the
better
actual
Taylor
one.
too. Yeah. In this situation, I actually thought
To
that this
me-
one had a natural more dark fruits and figs on that, and it was there.
Well, you all
And-
thought beforehand you were going to pick the Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said it.
I did.
And so I knew Buffalo, because you went Buffalo, right?
I did.
Yeah. So
I
I
did.
knew that one right away. And,
But to me,
And
I was
honestly,
getting
the
this.
far right. I felt like the whole time was a little higher on the proof, but I really enjoyed it.
So was Taylor to my left? Were they?
You're all the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Taylor's
Taylor
on
was
the
to the
right.
left.
Taylor's on
And
the
mine.
Taylor was on the right.
Taylor's on the right.
Yeah. So honestly, I liked both of them. They were so good. But
Yeah.
to me, I was already in my mind spice, and so I was thinking.
The fun thing is we can't lose here. The difference is Taylor ended up being a tiny bit thinner in the BT1 line.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to pick it apart. But it has nothing to do with me picking which one they were because I knew what they were.
Different
But
palates.
it had
yeah.
to do with,
Yeah.
at this moment, in the side by side, I honestly give Eagle Rare to win.
Eagle Rare is great. But,
I'm surprised.
but
Me, you gave Buffalo. To
I'm
win.
surprised. To be
And
honest with you.
I really like.
It was tasty
I
good.
but look
enjoyed
at-
it.
It was
look at-
tasting
I
good.
enjoyed it.
But look
Yeah.
at Keenan giving Taylor the W.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's what
I
you have.
had this Taylor before. Didn't know that was the big L.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a
But-
kink in there.
Yeah. I mean, I like very old Barton too, but you know.
What I love about this, and Kenny, I'm just going to interrupt you here.
Yeah.
What I love about this is all three of us
I'm gonna get
chose.
some water.
We chose the different ones. But it just shows it doesn't matter. We've been drinking all this, like the previous video now. They're all good.
Yeah.
It does not matter what you choose. It's just they are different, and that's what's great.
It is. That's what's fantastic about BT1, Buffalo Trace Mash 1, in case you're just not catching on, and the different brands they put out, which has nothing to do with the shirts that we're wearing and anything like that. We talked about
We're
that in
not
part
tasting
1.
any Heaven Hill tonight. I mean,
No, it is literally because I got a new shirt and new socks. But I'm going control now.
But honestly,
So
guys,
we're going to end this video. It's going to be a short video. I want to end this video with the control versus what we just had.
but what I want to say one other thing.
Oh, of course.
What I love about this is you think you know your bourbons, you really think so, but try it and not knowing what's in a pour.
Try it blind.
Try it blind. It is so different. It is
Very
so hard,
different.
especially if you're doing this. It's hard.
It is.
It is hard.
It blows my mind right now.
Yeah.
So Charles is on my tasting panel. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Did you pick the Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
I know that right there blows my mind. So go ahead and finish off one of those real quick,
Yep.
and let's get this control underway. Keenan, do you want me to?
I'll finish off the
chug
Eagle
one
Rare.
of those?
I'll finish off the Eagle Rare.
Well, I rinse that with water over there if you want
Okay,
to.
yep.
I guess I'll finish off the.
The background is ever changing.
So, have you guys had the control yet in our background?
Yeah, that's right. Have you guys had the control?
I know
No.
Chris had it. You
I
haven't
know.
had the control?
No.
Oh,
So
Chris.
we're doing small pours, of course.
I mean, I still have this GTS in my
Come on now.
mouth there.
What?
Brett has just randomly walked on video, all calm
Brett-
and cool like.
Brett just
Oh.
wanted to. He just wanted to show his presence on the video.
Oh my god.
Brent, appreciate you letting us do this
See
at your
some-
house.
see- yeah,
really,
yeah,
really,
thank you.
really do
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
that. All right.
Cheers to Brett.
So yeah, cheers to Brett. This is the control. Everybody have the control.
Control.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna end this here. Thank you again. Thank you guys for hosting us. Chris, thanks for doing the blind. Brett, thank you
Thank
again
you.
for
Yes.
supplying the bourbons. And
you.
the
And-
host. This is great.
And you guys watching, thank you very much.
Thank
Like,
you.
subscribe.
Cheers.
Let us know what you think. Give us some comments. We'll go from there.
Heck yeah. And it's cheers to the control.
Cheers.